Student, welcome in today's lecture. In this lecture, we will see the characteristic features or the salient features of the plant group Thallophyta. Okay, plant group Thallophyta. Okay, plant group Thallophyta. So you have studied in previous lecture what is that Thallophyta. You know that this is the one of the plant group Thallophyta, and this is a primitive plant group. Okay, this is a primitive plant group. Then this Thallophyta, it comes under the cryptogams. Okay, cryptogams in the sense it is non-flowering and non-seed producing plant. Okay, so it belongs to the cryptogams. Then under the cryptogams, this Thallophyta, it is placed under the non-vascular plants. Okay, it is placed under the non-vascular, non-vascular plants. They are not having this specific conducting tissue system. Okay, non-vascular plant. So under this the non-vascular plants, this Thallophyta, it is placed under the non-vascular plants. Okay, so this is the one primitive plant group. But along with this primitive plant group, the one more plant group, it is also included under the non-vascular plant, that is the Bryophyta. But we will see the characteristic feature of the Bryophyta later, because that Bryophyta plant group, it is a slightly evolved plant group as compared to this the Thallophyta plant group. Okay, so you have to remember. Then this Thallophyta plant group, under this what we are going to discuss here, the general characteristic feature of this Thallophyta. So under this the Thallophyta, the plant group, they are not having this specific the root, stem and the leaf like structure. Okay, like structure. So such a type of this structure, it is totally absent in case of the plant group Thallophyta. So under this the Thallophyta, what we are going to study, we are going to study the characteristic feature of the algal members. Okay, characteristic feature of the algal members. You know that the algae, where it is formed. Okay, before going in detail about the characteristic feature of this algal member or the plant group, the Thallophyta. Okay, we have to see first the what are the general features or the characteristic features of the plant group algae, which are placed under this the group Thallophyta. Okay, group Thallophyta. Remember, under the kingdom Plantae. Okay, under the kingdom Plantae. Okay, under the kingdom Plantae, there is a plant group Thallophyta, and this Thallophyta, it comes under the major plant group Cryptogams. Okay, it comes under the major plant group Cryptogams. So this Thallophyta we treat in the hierarchy of the classification. We treat this Thallophyta as a division. Okay, division Thallophyta. So you have to remember. So under this Thallophyta, we are going to discuss the characteristic features of the algae. In these, okay, in these, what are the general characteristic feature of the algal members? Before going as per your syllabus, what are the features of the algal members? These algal members, they are aquatic. Okay, they are aquatic. Aquatic means they live inside the water. Okay, and they are having the very simple, simple body organization. Okay, body organization. In the sense, it is not a primitive, but the few algal members, they show the primitive body organization, no doubt, in case of the BGA or blue-green algae. But there also shows the complex cell organization, but entire body organization, it is the very simple. Okay. Then the one more thing is, as usual, they are aquatic one. They show the presence of the very simple body organization. Then this algae, they shows the mostly they shows the unicellular, okay, unicellular sex organs. They show the unicellular sex organs. Okay. Then the next characteristic feature, they show the complete absence of the vascular elements. Vascular elements. They show the complete absence of the vascular elements. In the sense, this vascular element, they take part in the conduction of the food material. You are aware with that. You have studied up to 10th standard what is meant by the conduction, or how that plant they conducts its food material. So that vascular element, it is totally absent in these the algal members. So what are those vascular elements? That is the xylem, okay, xylem and phloem. Okay, xylem and phloem, these elements, it is not seen in case of the algal members. Then one more thing, they show the absence of the mechanical tissue. Okay, they show the absence of the mechanical tissue. So the mechanical tissue, it is totally absent. Means they never give, they never have the mechanical support, because they live inside the water. Okay, so the mechanical tissue, it is totally absent. Whatever the mechanical tissue, it is seen in case of the higher plants. Okay, so such a mechanical tissue, it is totally absent. The one more thing, in case of this the algal members, they never shows the embryonal growth. Okay, they never shows the embryonal growth, or we have to say there is no embryo development. Okay, there is no embryo. Okay, embryo development. Okay, there is no embryo development. So these are the characteristic feature of the algal members or the algae members. Okay, and that algae members, it is placed under this division Thallophyta. Then as per your syllabus, what are the characteristic feature of this the plant group Thallophyta? As usual, under this Thallophyta, what we are going to discuss here, we are going to discuss the algae. So as usual, this is the first distinguishing feature, that is they are aquatic. Okay, they are aquatic, and they show all such a type of the characteristic features. Okay, then I want to give the few more information about the algae. Though that algae, they are aquatic one, but they shows the few more characteristic features. So what are those the few more characteristic features? Student, you have to write whatever written on the blackboard. Okay, see that algae, they are aquatic. Okay, they are aquatic. They live inside the water. Okay, then the next characteristic feature, they are epiphytic. Okay, they are epiphytic, means they can be grow on the branches of the other plants. So it is called as a epiphytic. Then some algae, they show the symbiotic role. Okay, they are symbiotic, means they live symbiotically with the other organism. Then some algae, they live on the body of other organism, and they act as a they grow on the body of the other organism. In the sense, they act as a epizoic. Okay, they act as a epizoic. Okay, epizoic. Epi means above, and zoic means it is related to the animal. They grow on the body of the other organism. Some algae, they are free living. Okay, free living means they live freely. Okay, live freely in the sense they live independently. As usual, just we have mentioned the plant body of the algal member, they are thalloid. Okay, they are thalloid, means they shows the absence of the root, stem, okay, stem and leaves. Okay, they show the absence of the root, stem and leaves. Such a undifferentiated, means that plant body, it is not differentiated into the root, stem and leaf like structure. So such a plant body, it is called as a thalloid plant body. So you have to remember these. Then among these algae, there are the various types of the algal members. Okay, some algal members, they are the unicellular. Okay, they are unicellular and they show such a type of the uninucleated structure. Okay, unicellular and uninucleated structure, and they are non-motile. Okay, they are non-motile, they are not having any motile organ. Okay, and such a type of algae, it is called as the chlorella. Okay, they are non-motile, they are having a such type of the plate like the chloroplast, or that chloroplast, they are present all along its peripheral side. That chloroplast, it is also called as parietal. Okay, parietal chloroplast. Okay, parietal chloroplast. So unicellular non-motile members are also reported. But one more thing, they also show the presence of a unicellular motile members. Okay, unicellular motile members. And what is the example of the unicellular motile members? That is the Chlamydomonas. Okay, Chlamydomonas. It is another example. This is a green algae, and they are having the motile organ in the sense they show the presence of the flagella. Okay, they show the presence of flagella, and with the help of that flagellum, they show the movement. They move from the one place to the another place. For that movement, what is required? The medium is required. In the sense, the water is required. Through that water, they can easily move. But another member, the multicellular unbranched structure, it is also reported. And what is that? The multicellular unbranched member from that algae, it is having this spirally coiled ribbon shaped chloroplast. And what is that? The Spirogyra. Okay, Spirogyra. So that Spirogyra, it is a such a type of the multicellular unbranched filamentous structure. Multicellular unbranched filamentous structure, it is reported in case of the Spirogyra. But one more thing, student, it also shows the multicellular filamentous branched structure. Okay, multicellular filamentous branched structure. So such a type of the multicellular filamentous branched structure, it is also seen in case of the algal member. And what are the examples of those algae? It is Chara. Okay, Chara, it is a one, and another one, it is Sargassum. Okay, Chara and Sargassum. So these algae, they are having the branching pattern. Okay, they here simply it is a multicellular unbranched filamentous form, and here it is a multicellular branched filamentous thallus, or that plant body. And that such a type of the structure, it is seen in case of the Chara and Sargassum. Then these are the various examples reported from the division Thallophyta. Then what are a few more characteristic feature of this algal members belongs to division Thallophyta. The few more characteristic features. See, student, see the next character. What about the cell wall? Remember, the cell wall, it is made up of the cellulose. Okay, cell wall, it is made up of the cellulose as usual. Okay, some few amount of the rather different proteins. Okay, proteins they are also reported there. Okay, then the next thing is what type of the reserve food that's stored. So the various types of the reserve food that is stored, but main reserve food it is the starch. Okay, reserve food reported in this, it is starch. Okay, starch, it is a reserve food. So the starch it is a main reserve food reported in the algal members. Then what type of the reproduction they show, how they reproduce. You are aware with when they are growing inside the water, they are aquatic. Then they follow the very simple way of reproduction, that is a fragmentation. Okay, fragmentation, it is a sexual method of reproduction. But they are having this sex organ, just we have mentioned before, they are having the unicellular sex organ. So because of that, they also shows this sexual method of reproduction. So both the type of the reproduction reported in these the algal members, reproduction. Okay, reproduction. The both the vegetative, okay, vegetative, or it is also called as a asexual. Okay, asexual reproduction. And in this case, when they are having these respective sex organs, then they shows the sexual method of reproduction. Okay, sexual method of reproduction. So both the asexual and the sexual method of reproduction, it is seen. Then the next one, in the life cycle, the two phases come alternately. So the life cycle, okay, life cycle, it shows the alternation, okay, alternation of generations, alternation of generation. In the sense, this sporophytic phase and gametophytic phase, it come alternately in the life cycle of the algal members. So it shows the clear cut alternation of generation. So remember here, they show the what type of the alternation of generation and what type of the life cycle they show. The various types of the life cycle it is seen. You know that in case of the algae, uh, when there is a sexual reproduction and the male gamete they fuse with female gamete, and what is formed there, there is a formation of the zygote, and then that zygote they immediately divide through meiotic division, and again that the gametophytic phase begins. Okay, so it shows the various types of the life cycle, in the sense when in that life cycle the haploid phase is dominant, that life cycle it is called as a haplontic life cycle. Okay, haplontic. Okay, haplontic life cycle. Okay, haplontic life cycle, when the haploid phase is dominant. Then some algal members they show the partly haploid phase is dominant and partly diploid phase is dominant. So at that time we have to say, or it shows the haplodiplontic life cycle. Okay, haplodiplontic life cycle. So haplontic life cycle, haplodiplontic life cycle. Okay, so such a type of, sometimes the diploid phase there will be a dominance. It shows the dominance. So that type of life cycle it is called as a diplontic. Okay, diplontic life cycle. Okay, diplontic life cycle. So such type of in the life cycle that algal members they shows the alternation of generation. Okay, then at the end of the salient features of the division Thallophyta, remember we can classify the algal members on the basis of the pigment they have. So the classification, okay, classification of the algae, okay, classification of the algae it is based on the presence of pigment. Okay, presence of pigment in that. Okay, presence of pigment in that. So on the basis of the pigment present inside the algae, you know that inside the algae the various types of the pigments are reported. So what are those the pigments? That pigments are they show the presence of the green color pigments. Okay, means the chlorophyll. Okay, chlorophyll pigments. Okay, chlorophyll pigments. So on the basis of that, the green colored chlorophyll pigments means mostly they show the presence of the chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. It is dominance or it is dominated there. So presence of the chlorophyll pigments. Then the next one, due to presence of the yellow brown pigments, that is the xanthophyll pigments. Okay, that is the xanthophyll. Okay, xanthophyll. These xanthophyll pigments, these are the yellow brown. Okay, brown pigments. Okay, yellow brown pigments. So this some algae they show the presence of SS type of the xanthophyll pigments, their dominance, and on the basis of that, that algal groups are separate one. Okay, then other pigments it is also reported, and what are those? These are the phycobilins pigments. Okay, phycobilins. Okay, they show the presence of the phycobilin. Okay, phycobilins, and that the phycobilins it includes the red color pigments, they include the blue color pigments, they include the purple color pigments. So these pigment color of the pigments it is depends on the type of protein attached to that the chlorophyll molecules. Okay, so you have to remember this one or respective protein they are attached to that, and because of that such type of the various pigments are reported in the algae. So on the basis of the pigment they have, the algae it is further classified into the three major groups. So what are those? Or we have to say that groups we treat that group as a class. So it is included or it is classified into the three classes. Okay, three classes on the basis of the pigment they have. They are classified into the three classes. Okay, three classes. The first one it is chlorophyceae. Okay, first one it is chlorophyceae. Okay, chlorophyceae. Then the second one, okay, second one it is the phaeophyceae. Okay, phaeophyceae. And the third group or the third class it is the rhodophyceae. Okay, third one it is rhodophyceae. So what is that? Algal classes. This chlorophyceae, it is a green algae. Okay, it is a green algae. Chlorophyceae, it is a green algae. Then phaeophyceae, it is a brown algae. Okay, brown algae. And the rhodophyceae, it is the red algae. Rhodophyceae, it is a red algae. So these are the three major classes of the algae on the basis of the pigment they have. So student, in next lecture we will see the each class from this the division Thallophyta. So with this student we will stop at this moment.